Hello, I'm Marty with UltraSafe. A lot of retractables on the market today are not designed for edge work on concrete, especially over sharp corners. The first thing we want to do is make sure that we can read the instructions on the retractable to see if it says LE, that means leading edge, if it says for foot level drops. If it's not, it's probably a Class A and needs to be over your head. It's not designed for that kind of work. The first thing we're going to do is take a 282-pound rigid test weight and we're going to drop it 60 inches over this concrete edge. Now, why 282? Well, according to OSHA 1926, subpart M, the multiplier for steel versus flesh has some shock absorbing capabilities. You know, when people hit the ground, their vertebrae compress, their organs slosh around. When steel hits the ground, it hits the ground. So most, or according to OSHA, the multiplier is 1.4, which is approximately a 400-pound person. Why is it a 60-inch drop? Well, when a person is standing on like the deck, from his feet to the D-ring on a 6-foot-tall person is about 60 inches. So that's when it's going to hit. Now, when you notice in this drop that it deploys a lot, well, that's because we had the weights 3 feet away from the edge, so we didn't drop the weights on them. A human being can't do that unless they're Wile E. Coyote. So you're going to see more deployment. It makes the test more extreme. So first, we'll go with the wire rope. The next test we're going to do is web. Now, there aren't many retractables at all on the market that are approved for leading edge work. This particular product line is. It will say it right on the retractable. If you can't read the tag, give it to your supervisor and they'll retag it for you. So we're going to take the same 282 pounds, which is like 400 pounds worth of flesh, and drop it over this sharp edge concrete. You might have noticed in that web, on these two drops of web versus wire, that the web was a little more efficient. Well, that's particularly in this design. Not all web retractables are approved for leading edge work. You always want to check with the manufacturer's recommendation. The reason the wire took a bigger hit is because of PSI. When it hits that surface, it's hitting right on the radius. This web spreads the PSI out. That's why this particular design, disc brake mechanism, works a little better on sharp edges.